Okay. Oh, I didn't have my like starting screen up. I feel silly. Oh well. All right. Last week we couldn't bring ourselves to part with the child, and that's fine. That's a completely legitimate thing not to do. It was a pretty dark choice. So it's not a choice that I would want to make. That's for sure. Thankfully, I left it up to you guys. Oh, dinner gave me some freaking hiccups. Oh, nice. I just want to take it all. See what we got here. A jewel of fortune. Quick finger bangles. I can't slap this puppy right there. Oh yeah. Only Eb can equip that. Well, I should sell that later.
I got it.
Oh yeah, I got it. Alright, loading up on some loot here. Oh, how come I can't get up there? Oh, I have to climb that rope. Shall we? Just picking up all the extra loot in the map. What is... Oh, I need to climb down. That's why I can't choose to go anywhere. Yeah, climb down.
On it.
Now we can Possibly find out what's in this. Give me a moment. Just one moment. Okay. Let's find out what's in this pile of junk. Broken spear. Just like that metal pipe. Always looking for a use for it. Now let's see what this is. Here we go. I'm full up on camping supplies. Not a lot of camping done in this game. Oh, lordy. Looks like some... Actually, here.
Sorry, I can't. Will do.
Oh, everybody's getting some.
I got it.
Are you afraid of death, worm?
Forget your mom.
Wait, I did that? Nice!
Now we, shield bashing there.
Oh.
Look at that. Nice. Oh. Where was it? Where was it? There it is. Alright.
Will do.
Oh, look, there's even more. Okay, here we go. Oh, journal. Let's find out what we're supposed to do. Making a stand. Amelia's child was the last surviving regent to the key of Kairos. Ongoing edict. Kill the baby or find another way to end the storms. The senior fate binder of Tunon's court may know about the intricacies of unbroken bloodlines. Okay, so let's see. I think I needed more lure for that, or something like that. But let's go visit Graven Ash. Okay. Well, this is a flip. So, we're still on the Edict of Storms and that whole mess. So, let's flip on Graven Ash versus, or Tunon's Fate Binder. We'll do it, Heads, Fate Binder, Tails, Graven Ash. What is that? That's Tails. Alright, I figured if somebody would choose that one anyways. There's some bad guys over here. Can they even get over there? Are they over here? You know what? I just want to get to the world map. Oh, there we go. Oh. Where is Graven Ash? World map. Oh, I guess we can't fast travel from here. Okay, I see. Ugh, what a pain. Iron Hearth, here we go. Okay. Now we're gonna upset the beast. You seek counsel from me, and why wouldn't you? True wisdom comes from the awareness of one's limitations, and I have much to impart. Let's talk about Amelia. Amelia, what have you learned? I can sense that she yet lives, but I am blind to all else. Tell me what you know before the anticipation drives me to madness. Say what you would then. Oh. Looks like I'm gonna need to get the rest of these dice. You never know. You never know. Uh-huh. I need a D6. I rolled a 1. Okay. What are you saying, Fatebinder? My Amelia is too noble to lay down with southern wretch, much less willingly bear his polluted offspring. No, this is some kind of fabrication. A joke at my expense. Well, I cannot. Ash squeezes his eyes shut and shakes his head vigorously. No, no, no. The very idea repulses me beyond all measure. And you, Fatebinder, he bears down on you with madness in his eyes. If you would bring slander and atrocity to this fort, then I would instruct Tunon to strike your head from your lawful neck. Do you hear me? He bellows with such force that spittle wets his beard, and the cohorts of the training yard turn with panic in their eyes. Ash cuts off his speech and holds his rigid posture. Throughout the prolonged silence, you aren't sure if he plans on swinging his mace in a wide arc or simply exploding from the tension he fights to express. A vein rises along the crest of his scalp and slowly recedes as Ash calms his breathing. I'm just gonna back away now and let you handle this one. Don't mind me. Speak no more of these lies. I won't have them poisoning the air of Ironhearth and the ears of my fellow countrymen. You are a fool if you think I'd believe such an obvious ruse. Ash regards you with uncertainty, his eyes searching for truth or contradiction. Her child is the center of the Kairos Edict. There must be some way to help them. He holds your gaze with flat, even focus. Ash takes breath through his nose, filling his lungs and swelling his chest until he has expanded significantly in your vision. When he releases the breath, it comes out deflated and resigned. Then you aren't joking. I can hardly believe that my daughter would be capable of inflicting such atrocity on my legion, much less her family. If what you say is true, then she has brought shame to the Legion and degraded my family line with the product of some great miscalculation. No, she is beyond my mercy. If it will end this edict, kill the child. Kill it anyway, for all that I care. My daughter, Amelia, died the second year of the conquest. That is what I tell myself, Fatebinder. Even if I must scream it before resting my head again upon waking, I will hold rituals of mourning until I make it so, because death is nothing to the alternative that you hurl in my face like poison. His face reddens as he regards you with open distaste. Okay. Heads 1, tails 2. What are we gonna push? Are we gonna push the... Yeah, we're gonna push the matter. We are of the same mind, but I have never seen the Archon like this before. Fatebinder, tread with caution. No! Ash pounds his shaking fist together. I'm the Archon of War, and everything I love has been devoured by this mindless, heartless thing that I must represent for us all. Asherlin, Priam, Brennix, Amelia, lost to me, all of them. My family is reduced to naught, but the soldiers of my legion, he looks out upon the training ground. I love them, Fatebinder. Each is precious to me beyond rings. But even I must recognize when they have fallen. Amelia is dead to me, as any of the tearsmen we've left in our tracks. Okay. Heads 1, tails 2. Heads 1. I do not accept that. Not while we can save Amelia. A cause every bit as misinformed as it is hopeless. Even if Amelia and the misbegotten child were returned to Ironhearth, they would be strangers in my eyes. Worse, traitors. Maybe so, but they could be turned back to the northern ways. Might that not be a victory? If you must seek out answers, the burning library is the locus of all knowledge and the tears. While you're there, you may as well be of some use to me. Crush the Scarlet Chorus, squatting over those flaming ruins, and destroy the library of as Kairos intended. There is said to be a repository of arcane lore in the bowels of the library, the Silent Archive. It must be eliminated to satisfy the terms of Kairos' will. Learn no more than what you need to resolve the matters in the Blade Grave. That is my compromise, and in entertaining your mad ambition. Claiming the arcane lore of the burning library for yourself would violate Kairos' law, as you are no doubt aware. Alright, heads 1, tails 2. Heads 1. Okay. My scoutmaster, Marek, was dispatched to observe the Scarlet Chorus. Though I haven't heard from him in some time, his last location was the village of Effigy. The wilderness around the library is plagued with chorus patrols and wildfires that make routes treacherous at a moment's notice. Merrick should be able to assist you in charting a safe course through that wasteland. The general worries his beard and frowns. I instructed Merrick to destroy all forbidden lore within the burning library, given the first available opportunity. The fact that the Edict of Fire persists is cause to assume that he failed. D6. Oh, well, we haven't even started. I'm not even going to click that, because he hasn't started yet. Alright. To Effigy. Effigy. Is it Effigy or Effigy? Effigy. Effigy. Okay. I don't remember what was in Trapper's Junction. will take you 1 day and 8 hours to complete this journey.
Huh.
Oh, look, right there. Oh, +6 accuracy. That's a really good accuracy. Oh, what is going on here? As you approach, you see a stern-faced woman having a heated discussion with a frightened young man. She holds a piece of paper in her hands and punctuates every few words. With a pointed tap to the sheet, the young man turns bright red and takes 2 shuffling steps backwards, his eyes casting about for help from the group, but no one gathered to meet his gaze. Finally, the woman throws the paper at him and says dismissively, "We're done here." The young woman makes a couple of frantic grabs at the paper before finally securing it. Then turns and runs away, tripping as he goes. The woman squeezes her eyes closed, sighs, and puts the palm of her hand against her forehead, working it around in small circles. She takes another deep breath and then turns to face you. She gives you a half bow, her face stoic and her voice flat. "Fatebinder, the last thing I expected here was the representative of the disfavored. My name is Renata. We are properly prepared to receive you, as we have recently taken prisoner, as he has proven to be quite the handful." She puts a hand to her head, as if to emphasize her concentration. "And I have the feeling you're probably here to speak of just such matters." Retina looks to you where the young sage disappeared, behind the building. "We are..." She pauses and looks up thoughtfully. "How do I say this diplomatically? We are rather short-staffed at the moment, and certain aspects of my day-to-day life are more difficult than I would hope." "What did I do to gain wrath of the Sages Guild?" She glances at you, a look of distaste clouding her face. "Because we didn't quite have time enough to evacuate before our home was destroyed. We lost many good men." She smiles stiffly. "But that's all in the past, isn't it? What business do you have with the sages?" Whoa. Well, here we go. 2. Well, thank God. Attack! Enough of this. Your life is forfeit. Gods! We're under attack!
Send me your ship!
Oh, this screen drives me crazy. Alright, we're in this corner. Shield bash. Poison. Oh, somebody's bringing down the heat.
Got it!
Oh, that girl exploded. Ghibli bits.
Sorry, I can't.
Here, eat that.
Of death, worm! Smash to pieces!
All right, knocking him out.
Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
There we go. Disrupt whatever they were doing. Then set him on fire. I got my answers. Not really. What is that? Cowl of Disbelief. Deflection, accuracy, but recovery. Oh. Oh, that's definitely much better. What? Oh. Look at this. Okay. Jewel of Fortune. Okay. Rings of Bagels. Haste. Oh. Okay. Haste is good. Lucky is fun. Region's Pride. Oh wait, you know what? Can you wear this? I think this is a good one for you. Then you... No. That's still a much more awesome bow. Did I pick up some other armor? Oh, it was a sword. It was this one. And we were talking to you about it with you. Let's start with number 1 here. Oh, it's a two-handed sword. Well... The sword will make you money. Oh. It's the wrong one. There we go. I don't think I've ever put Oh, look. Aha. Merrick. You're Tunon's fate binder, aren't you? I'd recognize you anywhere. But I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage right now. I am at your mercy. Alright, we're gonna use the opal one. Glows in the dark with the what I would call blue lights, but they act like black lights for things. 4, that gives me a oh wait. We got a one to never mind, this is a coin toss. Okay. Heads 1, tails 2. That didn't land right. Alright. Oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. Heads 1, tails 2. It didn't land right. There we go. God dang it. Doggone it. Holy moly. This is when I really need somebody in chat to be like, number 1 or number 2. Okay, Fate. Let's find out what I'm going to do. Heads 1, tails 2. Oh, 2. 2. No! I wanted to go to the burning library. And I wanted to kill some Scarlet Chorus. So, alright. I think, at the Trial of Archons is not a quest we can just like go and do, so we have to re-roll. and we will decide on which one is which. Oh, that's 2 dice. I just need. Alright, return to the well. 1, making a stand. 2. Oh, making a stand doesn't work. Okay. There's a coin flip now that I'm going through it. Turn to the well's heads. 2, stirring visions. Alright, so that's tails. Stirring visions. Lethians crossing the settlement. Okay. Lethians crossing. So back to the old walls. Oh, Bleeding Mark decided that he's going to show up. Bleeding Mark. Lines of color emerge from the darkness. What at first appears vaguely human-stained. Long strands of white hair, crowned blood, trailing his shoulder blades where the white hair loses shape and definition, becoming shadowy mist. His red face, painted with orange and orange tattoos, are the sole patches of warm color in his otherwise dark ebony skin.
Oh shit, Tunon's headsman. I don't know what reckoning he brings, but I want no part of it.
First
Hey, Binder.
snaps.
Oh, how good of you to finally show up. I'd also say it's good to see you again, but I prefer to lie by omission.
The Archon clears his throat, folding his arms across his chest, with his hands resting above the bandolier of knives girdled across his midsection.
Think before you speak next. I'd hate to have to kill you.
Okay. 1 through 4. Here's a D4. Here's a D4. And, we're about to find out how dirty this is gonna get. 3.
Khalil and I have a bit of a wager on you. I thought you'd get yourself gutted in the civil war between the chorus and disfavored before year's end. Live a little longer and you will make her a rich woman.
Okay. Oh, let's use the opal die. This is scary. 6. That puts me at a 3. Draw your weapon.
Is that a joke?
The Archon shakes his head slowly, offering a slight shrug. Okay, D4. Subterfuge, athletics, attack. 1. Put your weapon away.
Smart move. Now we can talk like adults. I'm curious, what is it that you want? I have my own assumptions, but you are a member of the court. So before I leap to any conclusions that require bloodletting, I thought it best to ask you directly. For a moment, it seemed you had an interest in helping the disfavored consolidate power, but it appears that I was mistaken. You've changed your opinion on the Legion, grown disillusioned by their brand of relentless subordination. From where
Sure.
I stand, I would say you chose wisely. Why cater to the whims and agendas of questionable friends? Why whore your power for the approval of others?
Fair enough.
Allies are just enemies with great patience. Free yourself of such distractions and make your own way.
Oh, boy, he's talking some sense. Oh. Alright, this is a D6. 5 and lower, obviously. 1.
If you really want your freedom from Tunon and the others, you'll need to become something the Archons cannot obliterate without breaking a sweat. There are a few relics around the tiers that, if they wound up in your hands, might give you a fighting chance.
This is where Tyranny gets interesting.
The Burning Library holds a very important treasure.
Oh, look at
the
that.
Silent Archive. There's much the sages do not know, but all that they know should be contained within the archive. Retrieve it, and in so doing, end the Edict of Fire.
1 through 5. 5 and lower again. 1.
Assuming you survive the Burning Library, meet me at Ashfield. It's a little-known corner of the contested lands. I'll show you on your map.
Bleeding mark points to a nondescript corner of wilderness, not far from the Burning Library. I don't think I've ever used a D6 so much. Number 4, that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1. The Archon dissolves into shadows. Well, this gives us a turning point. This is a crazy turning point, obviously. Either travel to the Burning Library, which seems to be 2 out of 3 at the moment, still collecting evidence against both the failing awful generals. We would do so much better ourselves, I guess, by now. Or, find a way to Lethian's Crossing Spire. But I don't know if we have enough skills to get through the old walls yet. So that's a heads or tails. Heads? Heads, okay. So, Burning Library it is, as we originally intended. No loot, just a scene. Burning Library. Well, doesn't that make things easy? It sure does make things a lot easier about stuff. Okay. Make it inside the Burning Library. Whoa, what is this? Iron Earth sends word that Graven Ash resends your welcome within its walls. The Archon of War accuses you of treachery and sedition, and demands that hold you accountable with public trial and execution. I remind him that I am the sole arbiter of who runs afoul of the Overlord's legal code, but assured him that I would investigate these claims thoroughly. Your inability to maintain this court's relationship with its allies disappoints me. Be warned that we all inevitably answer for our choices. You are no exception. Meanwhile, I understand that Blended Mark has taken particular interest in you. I trust there is no need to illustrate the implications of his attention. Tunon, the Adjudicator, Archon of Justice. Okay. Uh, we're gonna use the opal dice for this just because it sounds like something that I should do. 1. Reaffirm loyalty to Kairos. Wait. My service to the Overlord, to yourself and your court, and to the laws of Kairos. My service remains to the Overlord, to yourself and your court, and the laws of Kairos. That I could not continue abetting the Archon speaks less of my loyalty to the Overlord than it does to his criminal behavior. I will continue my investigation from the shadows, and I assure you that all treachery will eventually be dragged into the light. Oh! Because it's the thing of constant choice. Here we go. Heads, yeah, we're gonna send it. Send it! One day remaining. Okay. Not a lot of happy people about that.
Spotted something.
Oh yeah? Oh, right there.
Sorry,
What's that?
I'm carrying too much.
Do I have any more? Oh, lordy. That was quite the, Let's make some spells, shall we? Look at that. Let's use a... Okay, Sigil of Fire, Sigil of Force, okay, this sounds fun. Distance impact, okay. Fine. So we have range, accuracy, projectiles. Oh. Intensity. And I think we've already got that one. We already do. Okay. Fire. Ooh, okay. Potency. I think we've already got that one though. It should be this one. 12 to 18, 8 meters, 69 fire damage versus dodge. Okay, so alright, so ooh, pretty. Oh, there we go. Let's back here. You. Wow. Nice. That's gonna be that's gonna be nice. It's gonna be cool. Okay, and this was. I just wish it gave like a little accent thing, like, oh look, you can discern which one this is compared to the other one. Okay. I have a new spell. The soldier walking past catches a glimpse of you and immediately points her spear towards you. Heads attack, tails will just leave? Alright, heads attack.
More tallies. To the fire count.
Oh,
I got it.
oh.
Trouble is afoot.
Whoa! Just blew up. Kablooey! She just like kablooey! Alright, there we go. It's right there.
On it.
I need all of y'all.
I am a shield wall unto myself.
On it. On it.
Kablooey!
Fall before me. Will do.
Smash to pieces.
Right.
Interrupt. And burn. Alright, hey. That worked way better than I thought it would. Where am I in here? I guess there's some troops down here.
Come at me, Grave. I got it.
Oh, okay, I see.
Can't do that.
I can't even get close to you.
And a weapon.
on it.
Come and feast my iron! Keep your filthy hands on us!
There we go. Got smack him too. No, can't get to him. Well, Barrick, you know, get your ass in there.
Pay attention!
There we go. Now I can do some work.
Kids, you might learn. It's a hit!
Will do. I got it.
Well, it solves that problem, doesn't it? Oh, I missed one. Here we go. Fine. Piece of junk sword. Okay. Those symbols look like a code. This is what happens when masters of warding magic compares notes for centuries. Regular donors and boring locks fall out of fashion. I was hoping the Edict of Fire would have done us a favor. Burned away all these barriers, but we weren't so lucky. There's a sequence to lower these barriers, but as custom and paranoia dictate, the sages use a different sequence every day, and I'm guessing whomever set this one is long gone, likely dead, and we'll need to look for something that might help. I have never encountered a barrier that did not respond to fire or a hard bludgeoning, but I'll take your word for it. As you approach the bodies at the end of the hall, the sage makes a low squeal of fear and falls over, feigning death. Oh, should we give this guy some comfort? Just kill him? Or ignore what's happening? Doesn't matter to me. Alright, 1. Don't worry. We don't mean you any harm. The sage sighs and looks up at you. I wasn't sure that would work. Well, I was absolutely sure it wouldn't. But how was I supposed to know you weren't another one of those gangs? They're everywhere. I've been hiding in the area ever since the edict tore this place apart. You can Never be too careful. He stops staring intently at you. You're a fate binder! He coughs, blood flecking his lips. He wipes them clear with the back of his hand. I can't believe there's a fate binder at Vellum Citadel. You must make you a little angry that you were able to cast a spell to preserve the Citadel. Must make you a little angry that we were able to cast a spell to preserve the Citadel before your edict could destroy it. Kind of put a damper on all your grand plans to have everything just stop, didn't it? Joke's on us, though, I suppose. I don't think it worked the way they hoped. It didn't stop the edict, it just kind of froze everything in place as it was being destroyed. Preservation is preservation, I suppose. He shrugs and winces and coughs up more blood. Not that it's doing us any good with all the Scarlet Chorus here. Did you see how many of those thugs ran in? When I saw them enter, I knew I couldn't stay in hiding any longer. I had to come in and prevent anyone from getting in, so I activated the barrier by the door. That doesn't explain why you... Okay. 1 through 4. 1. I came over here to destroy a piece of the passcode so no one could get through. He points to the shelf behind him. But this one must have followed me in. He attacked me and told me he'd kill me if I didn't tell him how to get through. He laughs and winces. You can see how well that went for him. Please, Fatebinder, you have to protect the Citadel from the Scarlet Chorus. Don't let them destroy it. That piece of the passcode will get you through the first barrier. Find the rest and keep them from those monsters. They can't be allowed to unlock our secrets. Two. Thank you for the information. Of course, Fatebinder. I wish I could be more help, but I think my time has come to an end. Please keep the Citadel safe. He lets out a quiet moan, then falls dead at your feet. Did you leave any good loot behind?
Sorry, I can't.
A bookshelf. Standard curiosity protocols demand we rummage.
But I don't know what they mean. My character's not smart enough.
Sorry, I can't.
Okay, so... how does that get me past the, It doesn't say how to get me past the barrier.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
Unless I'm looking at something wrong.
Can't do that.
Oh, here we go. How fortuitous, Lantry exclaims, looking over your shoulder at the scrap of paper pulled from the shelf. That truly is part of the passcode you need to bypass the barrier, protecting the silent archive. I haven't seen I haven't been this excited since I learned my first sigil. The truth is, in all my decades at the Vellum Citadel, I never once set foot anywhere near the archive. He starts thumbing through the shelf, opening books, flipping through the pages and shaking them by the spine to loosen any loose scraps of parchment that might be hidden within.
See? Every once in a great while, things are easier than I expect. Though I doubt any other barriers are going to be this easy to bypass. Keep that phrase. This is a good sign. If they had not secured the silent archive, they wouldn't have bothered to leave passcodes for any returning sages.
Lantry, you're coming in in handy. Alright, I'll be right back. back here. Every time you turn the thing on, it's like, oh, I gotta fill the glass again. Gets a little bit more fuller throughout the week. What was that guy's? Fat Olsen? Olston? A haggard man stands in the middle of a group, addressing them through clenched teeth. They are lounging in the room, almost completely ignoring him. If you can't get in line, I swear I'll leave you to burn this forge. Do what you want. Just listen to me, and we can all get out of here with our eyebrows intact. They're glowing parchment fragments. How hard could they be to find? He knows your approach and calls out, shooting the rest of the group an admonishing look. Fatebinder, what are you doing here? Looks back at his game. I thought you fools blocked the passageway. One of his men snorts and shrugs, then goes back to ignoring him. Four. Matters little. You're not long for this world. Fatebinder taken to the Scarlet Chorus. Oh, they didn't even affect that dude.
Will do.
There you go.
Right.
That guy immune to magic? Alright, maybe.
See that? I'm not entirely useless.
Can't do that.
Some shitty ass armor.
Curious.
Ooh, nice.
See that?
A rough-looking woman stands in the gap, made by a broken wall, turning to address you as you approach. So, the censor didn't trust 4 groups to get what she wanted and sent another one? She shakes her head. More groups. Talk about an excessive use of force. She throws her hands into the air. For Cairo's sake, it's still just a library. It's not gonna get up and walk away. We have time to get the archive. I even know where a piece of the passcode is. Oh, well, I think about the gig is about up 3. Tell me more about this archive. What do you take me for, your own personal sage? She holds up a hand and starts counting off facts like a checklist. It's the library. It's rumored to be incredibly powerful. It's behind an impenetrable barrier. We need to find the passcode to get to it. The censor is particularly itchy to get their hands on it. Problem is, she sent all of us to get it, and only one group is allowed to claim it. And that means a lot of, she puts her hands to her throat and mimes strangling, making gagging noises, such as the way of the chorus. My current problem is Numbly's group down below. They're guarding one of the passcode pieces, and they can be particularly stab happy. I don't want to cross their path with a molten pit party, so I'm trying to decide what to do. Okay. 1 out of 4. Boy. There we go. 1. You know, groups to compete in the censor's little game. To the death and all that. She squints at you. Do you really not know, or you just plain stupid? Either way, I'm not in the mood for babysitting idiots. Down to 3. No, roll a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright.
Come at me, Drake.
Are you afraid of death?
Will do.
Who says you can't teach an old dog this treasure?
Smack. Oh.
Is that ink? No, wait. It's blood.
Right. I got it.
Come and face my iron!
Well. That worked out quite well. Lantry leveled up.
What are you trying to tell me? Use your...
I was trying to double click on him to open up the menu, but it doesn't work. Five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Oh, preservation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5 and below. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I can take that.
words.
Oh. Well. Wasn't that a... And you? And you? And you? Wait. Come on. How do I... remove? Right, that one. This one. Alright. Now, for the next one. That one. This one. Oh, Lantry's the only one powerful enough to use it. Okay. There we go.
I got it.
large man stands with his back to you, gesticulating wildly at the beastmen around him. He points north up the stairs, and the wall of the shelves rise. Go get it, you mangy freak! It's not going to hurt you. That's a piece of the passcode, I just know it. The beastman he's currently yelling at vehemently shakes his head. No! Shiny, crackly light, hurt beast, will not touch, no! That was a spell cast by that sage, he points to the body near the stairs, who is now dead, by the way, so there isn't going to be any more shiny, crackly light to hurt you. Just go get it. The rest of us need to stay here and keep anyone else from getting to it. Go! The beastman shakes his head again. The man makes a noise of disgust. You're worthless, all of you. How did I get stuck with the monster brigade? Well. Dinner was good, but something about popcorn in this game. The beer tastes darker than usual. The man turns to you, his ill-fitting armor straining against his chest. What are you here for? Or what are you doing here? His face takes on a sour look as he shakes his head. Never mind, I don't really care. We're not going to let you pass, no matter your reasons. This contest is in the bag. If anyone is going to get to the silent archive first, it will be me. And if you think I'm letting you anywhere near that piece of passcode, think again. Someone already tried to take it from me and failed. There is a conspicuous cough coming from behind the man, who rolls his eyes and looks over his shoulder. Us! Alright, heads 1, tails 2. Titles mean nothing to me, and they mean even less down here. Does your title protect you in a library wreathed in an unending flame? Doubtful. Actions have more meaning than words ever will. Guess we're just gonna throw down with this guy. I mean, it didn't have to be like this. 1. His eyes narrow and his mouth turns to a sneer. If you've made it this far without knowing what you're doing, I don't think I'm going to give you any more incentive. Now turn back or turn to worm food. Opal die for some odd reason. 6. That gives me a right there.
More talent.
I got it. I got it.
Well, the thing fizzled out into nothing. Stop.
Right.
You then take me if you can.
getting his ass handed to him. But gallantly. Alright. Yay, kablooey!
Will do.
Man. Not really worth it, but oh, it's all
I
cumulative.
got it. Can't do that. Have a look here.
Seems like a good enough person to give it to.
See that?
All sorts of things here.
Stupid edict ruining the whole place. I used to know my way around. Feel so old.
Oh. We've dealt with these before.
Will do.
See that?
Oh, it froze. Okay, there we go.
I'm not entirely useless.
It wasn't my computer, it was the game. Maybe it was like just too much information for the game to contain. It was like, oh my god, you're so awesome.
Right. do that. Right.
There we go.
Come and face my iron!
It's hard to like find something behind that wall.
You learn something every day.
Find the last parchment piece. Oh. Well, how about that? I gained a level. Alright. There we go. Level up time before combat. 1. Fair enough. 1 through 6. 4. 1, 2, 3. 4. Leadership. Oh my. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Abundant arms. Nice. Wait, so... Heh.
Heads up, we have company. Will do.
Keep your filthy hands off!
On it.
Oh, I made short work of those guys.
Huh.
I'll omit that from the record.
Let's all go. Get together. And there was a staircase up here. Yep, right here. So, here's some new blood come to feed the furnace. I doubt you'll last long. The man spreads a jagged-toothed grin and runs his tongue along the front of his teeth. He stares at you while he does it. Two. He smiles. Should I care? He leans forward if he's about to tell you something confidential. I will tell you, I don't care about this contest. I don't even care if I ever leave. He sweeps his hands around, indicating the room. The censor has given me a wonderful playground. I have high hopes of making out with all my pieces intact. If the censor wanted this to be challenging, she should have sent people with more drive. He shrugs. With the help of my mates and a few sages, we'll toast this competition into a fine ash and powder our faces with their defeat. Then if we find the silent archive in the process, that will be good too. Well, I rolled a 5. Cutting to the chase without any foreplay? A woman after my own taste. Tart.
Look at that.
What?
On the floor. I got it.
Yeah, go shield that dude. Don't cast spells around me. I'm the only one.
Shit.
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
Sorry, I can't. On it.
Only because it's a unique item. That one took 3 less lure than the last one. No. Over here.
Our time together has not gone to waste.
That looks like the final piece. I can't fucking believe it. I'm going to see the silent archive. I'm going. Keep it together, Lantry. You're going to give yourself a heart spasm. Hey, Talls. Welcome to the show. To catch you up, we went to Graven Ash about his daughter, and he was like, "She's no daughter of mine. I don't want her anymore because she's a filthy, bed-laying traitor." So, kill the kid. I'm done with him. And then my character was all like, "Well, we don't have to do that. That's not like the right thing to do." So he goes ahead and says, "Okay, go to the Burning Library and to the Silent Archive and find a way to stop the edict and save the kid, even though I'm not claiming them as mine at all." So I go, "All right, sure. This is what we're gonna do." So I go meet his contact before the Flaming Library, and then the terrible dice, the dice had me betray the contact, and so now all that hard work of building up the disfavored as an ally has been sundered, and now we are on our own. We haven't betrayed Kairos. We've only just betrayed the disfavored, and obviously the Scarlet Chorus doesn't enjoy us, so. And now, in the process of getting to the Silent Archive to get the information to stop the edict, you had to go through this whole spiel of collecting all the passcodes from people that are looking for it. And now that I've got it, that you've just showed up. So I got the final piece and you just showed up. That was a lot. And Landry's really excited, obviously. With an embarrassed smile, Landry takes a swig of a swig from the vial of his ink bandolier. The symbols on the page swim before your eyes, fading, reappearing as you watch. As you stare at them, they slowly resolve themselves into a series of sentences. First and foremost, for those that have the strength of will, the door to the north shall open. Secondly, comes passion, burning in the south like an unending fire to provide vitality to the decadent, dedicated, to the to the decadent. Yeah, it was a mouthful. Then, from the west, the one with true resolve come to explain the gravity of commitment to knowledge. Lastly, look to the east and brace yourself against those who would pull you down. Let your might be solid as stone. Okay. Oh. Nice. 1 through 6. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's perfect. He needed a bump. Heads, Punisher, Tails, Sentinel. That's Tails, so Sentinel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, 5. 2, 1, 2. Alright, seasoned veteran requires 1 talent point spent in Sentinel tree. Allows Barrack to engage an additional enemy. The guy's a damage sponge, so he does a pretty good job at that. Now we have to make it to the Silent Archive proper.
Powerful warding magic keeps this place intact.
How does it want me to read it? Okay, well.
Right.
You know what?
I'd say that's worth a second glance.
Face my iron! That's how it's done! Wait! I did that? Nice! Fall before me!
I got it.
These aren't very good boots. They're worth some money though. Everybody just leveled up one right after the other. Accuracy? Wow, the dice really like that one. You don't have to eat the popcorn at my feet, but he does. He does. Dog prerogative. Alright. Heads duelist, tails skirmisher, and it's tails. Which is fine, because she mostly uses that bow and arrow anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. A D6, 5 or below. 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, that's a good one. Okay, now...
Right.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I see. Ah. North, south, west, east. West.
I got it.
Well, I figured that one out. There we go. Silent Archive. Oh. Kind of discombobulating. Let's go up here first. Alright, not quite there. I was really hoping we were just gonna Indiana Jones this stuff. What is this, Park? Uh-huh. Fate Binder. Whether you wanted it or not, you competed in my game to perfection. I've been sending these idiots into the furnace for months to no avail, and yet you've done the impossible in mere hours. Do you need outside? I'm going to have to go for a moment. After I get to this conversation point. She pauses, scratching her chin. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Literacy proved useful in getting past the barrier. In places like this, my men couldn't tell scholarly writing from chicken scratch. She shrugs. Lesson learned. And bodies are cheap anyways. He just needs to go potty. That's all. It's a shame your talents can't be put to further use for the voices. She shakes her head, disappointment evident in her voice. You have a talent for ruthlessness, you know. It's kind of true, but your string of successes ends here. Your body will join those of the sages on the altar. It's rather amusing if you think about it. They may have stopped the building from collapsing, but they couldn't stop the edict, or the Scarlet Chorus. All they did was sacrifice themselves for a scrap of parchment. They're going to lose anyways. Okay. Obviously there's a choice. So, I will be right back, and I'll be ready for your choice. Okay. Yeah. I think it's gonna end up leading to a battle myself. Yes, I know. Almost as amusing as you, Fatebinder. Those fools were mere peons. You'll find I will not fall as readily as my underlings. One does not lead the Scarlet Course for long, if one does not know how to watch for danger. And while I thank you for your help opening up the passage and finding the Silent Archive, you are no longer of any use to me. It's time to end this.
Another fa-
Okay.
I got it.
Make
What is that?
Sorry, I can't.
Did we do that? Oh, there we go.
On your command. I need to try a different weapon.
Can't I hit anything?
Because you're using the wrong weapon, gooberhead. Use that one. This sword is kind of funny. It gives me money every time he hits somebody. I found that
Will do.
fun. Oh, nope. That one.
Right.
Ah, kablooey! All right. Maybe want to see what this does. All right, I got an obsidian fragment. I'm not sure what good it is.
You see that?
Staff of Hours. Wow. Nice. Where is that? Hey, go in there.
I'll just hold on to this.
There we go.
I'm carrying too much.
What was that? Accessory? don't know what it does. Oh, nice, very nice. Now we're probably gonna have to do some okay. Just him saying thanks for doing a great job. Don't fail. The world depends on you. Oh. And that they're in this predicament because they used an experimental spell to save everything. Amazing. I had suspected there was more to the Silent Archive than a simple vault. Extraordinary. This scroll must represent thousands of scholarly works. The motion of characters on the scroll surface slow as you approach, seemingly in response to your presence. No, I've never done an escape room. I'm not I've thought about it, but I don't know. It's working under pressure can throw off my ability to solve things. If I'm doing it for fun, it's not a big deal, you know. But solving that kind of stuff under pressure, I mean, some things are easy to figure out. Like working under pressure is like crunching numbers are easy, but figuring out mystic clues and riddles, not so good at. Oh, here we go. We got a choice. The motion of the characters on the scroll surface slows as you approach, seemingly in response to your presence. We get to interrogate the scroll. 2. The parchment surface is impossible to read, ever shifting and convoluted. You see characters from Old Verdant written over calligraphy of the Northern Empire, which transforms into words used by the nomadic tribes of the ancient Azure, and then again into phrases of the common tongue of the Tears. It is as if every word ever written or uttered clashed upon the scroll. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. That events and entertainment thing that I do, I think they have an escape room setup coming up real soon, but or maybe I missed it. I don't know. I haven't checked in a while. In fact, the new schedule was released today, so. Oh, next one. Man, you're on the ball today. Examine the magical aura surrounding the scroll. Waves of energy radiate out from the skull, billowing up towards the ceiling and fanning out to encompass the cavernous chamber. It appears that the Silent Archive is an active participant in some sort of ongoing spell, one that is likely keeping the burning library standing. Removing the scroll would assuredly have disastrous effects upon the active spell. Won't let me save it. Hopefully we have an autosave that's nearby. This must be the time. This must be the time spaces stasis spell referenced in Sage Arwell's letter. Judging by the bodies arrayed around the silent archive, the mages appear to have been successful in their attempts to halt the destruction of Kairos' edict, though they did not survive the process. Yeah, we're still okay. 2. Are you so eager to bring down the library on our heads that you would pull out the only linchpin? So be it. It's yeah, the worst that could happen is Indiana Jones. It's a lot of it's a chrome. Yeah, I mean, it did give us the option to try and deconstruct the spell too. I mean, I'm just the messenger. All right.
There's no chance of you putting that back, is there?
Retreat! Feel the burn. I got an achievement called Feel the Burn. Oh, that was good. Okay. For a moment there, I wasn't certain that I could run fast enough to escape it in time. We seem to have emerged intact, though I wonder if the edict has fared as well. The air surrounding you begins to thin. You smell embers, and you smell of embers diminishing begins, and the smell of embers begins to diminish. The clouds of smoke slowly revealing the sky behind them. Wait for the music to calm down just a little bit. Alright. That was spectacular. Indiana Jones our way out of there, and then like kaboom. You feel a powerful pulse of warm energy bursting from the silent archive. The sound disappears into a deafening silence. Your vision blurs, and you are overcome by a dizziness that nearly knocks you off your feet. Then, as quickly as it hits you, the feeling passes. The air around you begins to settle, and the particles of ash that moments ago stung your eyes dissipate with a chilling gust. With the silent archive removed from the burning library, the Edict of Fire is extinguished, and its warmth feels pulled into your very chest, a sensation similar to the weightlessness when the Edict of Execution broke at Ascension Hall. So much knowledge turned to smoke and ash. Ending the edict couldn't undo the damage, but perhaps this place can be rebuilt. I hope future scholars can unearth whatever remaining books and scrolls are still buried within. I do love watching someone's hard work unravel like an old sweater. If you ever meet Kairos, ask how long it took to draft the Edict of Fire. The sages had better shape up and share their knowledge this time. Hoarding it got them here, and I hate to think that history might repeat itself. The shape and intensity of the fires leap in your mind. The details of the mighty incantation, the wording, the magical logic of the flames, all are sealed in your mind with perfect recall. The Edict of Fire is now a part of you. Oh, we got our own edict now. Well, that was quite the adventure. If I remember, there's camping supplies in this bucket right here. Alright. Oh, Barrick wants to talk. What do you got to say? Barrick stares at you through his narrow eye slits, saying nothing at all. The only evidence that he still lives is the steam of heavy exhalations that escape the cracks of his helm. I guess we gotta talk. We gotta like have a conversation with the character. Yeah, it was an adventure, and there's still more to come. We have a couple more spires to unlock, and I think we have to talk to Tunon about everything. He continues to stare, unmoving, though you can't see his face. You guess the impression that his mood has darkened even further. The stench of his armor exudes has intensified. A loud sigh escapes the helmet, and Barrick shakes his head in tired bewilderment.
You betrayed Graven Ash, the Legion, and our northern countrymen. As far as I'm concerned, you are a traitor to this campaign.
That's scary. Barrick leans in close, looking ready to throttle you. Now we get to like put some logic behind the betrayal. which was a roll of the dice. But it sets our path up to do whatever we want. We don't have to, like, report to... We're still reporting to Bed and Mark, but... Alright, 2... Oh, 4. 4. Something in your tone causes Barrick to reflexively straighten his posture and stand at attention. He gradually eases his stance and looks down at his palms, horrified by his automatic response.
Let us be clear on one point. You have my blade, but my heart belongs to Ash and the North. I am a weapon bound to you only by duty, nothing more.
You're a damage sponge. I mean, he really is. What's this little... Oh. Okay. Oh, you know what? Have no clue where to take us next. Alright. Lethian's Crossing. We might have enough lure to get through the small puzzles in there to find the entrance to the spire in that area. This is an ongoing quest. And this is obviously ongoing. We're still working on that. And... oh, repeat to Bled and Mark. Or report to Bled and Mark. Replete. Let's replete to him. What should we do? I mean, I guess there's only one of two choices. Either report to you Bled Mark, or try and do Lethian's Crossing Spire. We cleaned out the burning library. I didn't leave anything else in there. Alright. Ashwald. The shadow before you twist and flare, fusing sharply into the form of Bled Mark. The Archon of Shadows glides smoothly into his new
You're not
surroundings.
dead yet? Good. Keep this up, as I have no interest in searching the shadows for your corpse. I've caught a few glimpses of what you did back there with the Edict of Fire. Did you mean to channel the magic of the Edict?
In all honesty, you didn't know what was happening. It just happened.
Whatever the case, you seem a little different. You smell of brimstone and crisped parchment. You are different than before you broke the edict. I will leave it at that.
That's a fair assessment.
Either way, you've filched the Silent Archive and can benefit from its influence. To be honest, even I don't know the full extent of what knowledge it can offer you, but I do know the sages poured lifetimes of effort into it. I imagine the archive was at its most useful when it was still a part of the library, before the edict did a number on it. But even now, it has a myriad of secrets to share. Can you hear its whispers? No? Then listen harder, kid.
What makes that guy an expert all of a sudden?
I was never allowed to see the Silent Archive when it was in working order, but I knew there were elaborate rituals to put information into the archive, or to ask a specific question of it. You are holding the physical vessel of the Silent Archive, and while I doubt it was designed to be used outside of the chamber where it's been housed for centuries, I'm told sages who used to work with the archive reported it would speak to them in their dreams. In the benign educational sense, not in the go crazy and eat your family sense of things. I'm sure it's perfectly safe.
Ooh. Do you be like longingly creepy about it? Or you can, you know, just accept it what it is, or... I wouldn't give it away. I'd be greedy.
Sweet nothings? Well, I suppose it is filled with 3 centuries of poetry, the good and the bad.
The Archon arcs a red-smeared brow. He smirks, though he at least makes a pretense of attempting to keep a straight face.
You need to be a lot more threatening than you are now, and a little study and practice won't suffice. You'll need to aim bigger. You'll need to track down the relics of tears that escaped capture in the war. In the Blade Grave, the Stone Sea, and Haven each, there lies at least one artifact that can aid such an aura. Be prepared to travel far and wide in the effort to recover them.
I think we already got the one on the Blade Grave.
Aside from the practical point of getting you armed, uncovering these relics could lend you some legitimacy in the eyes of the Tearsmen, depending on how you go about it, of course.
Well, we've got a couple of them already. Well, we can always go back and check more out. Maybe there's stuff I didn't even cover the first time through. I think we've already got the one at the Blade Grave. And maybe the one at Lethian's Crossing. But we haven't been to the Stone Sea, I don't think. On the other hand, Lethian's Crossing still has we still haven't accessed the spire in it because we were too low level at the time, but we might be able to do it now.
For a century, the Azure Shield went from one Regent's Knight to the next. It seems like such a little thing next to a disfavored shield, but it's a powerful relic all the same. Finding it in the maze of the Stone Sea will be a challenge. I have an agent that could point you to the Stone Stalkers, a tribe of beastmen that have filled the power vacuum left by the fall of Azure. Only they know the landscape of the Stone Sea. Look for Hagrid in Halfgate. He's something of a sleeper agent, so he won't know you're coming. Should he give you any trouble, simply inform him that this is his chance to see his wife again.
Blooded Mark. Cold-hearted.
When you're ready, meet me here once more. We'll discuss what's next.
Do we have questions, or are we gonna glare silently? I think I know the answer, but it's always polite to ask. It was weird. Earlier, your answers were coming in like really super fast, and now they're not as fast. Wonder why that is. Okay. The Archon lets out a short sigh as the color returns to his image. Well, I'll make it quick. Oh, you got quite the list going there, Talls. Maybe there's some latency in there. If you're like probably watching on a phone, you're probably also dependent on like a phone signal or the latency between Wi-Fi and your phone, something like that. I knew what you meant. I could read into it. We should be more pre-workout about things. It'd be silly to think that it was if it was pre-workout. We should be more pre-workout about stuff. Alright. You gained favor with Blidden Mark. Now you're asking the right kind of question, kid. What's the best thing to have when someone's trying to knife you in the back? No, not an iron cuirass. Think bigger, more impenetrable, and taller. Like a stone spire that can quite literally raise you above your enemies. He bares his teeth, but there's no warmth to his smile. There's a power that comes with standing above the rest, you know. Does it have beta-alanine in it? Usually beta-alanine makes you tingle. It's supposed to be representative of like nerves firing or firing at like a super high pace, so you'll be able to get more out of your workout. But it's also theorized that it could be like the tingles, like how your arms and legs go to sleep when the blood's cut off. That could be the same thing, like the nerves are going to sleep, so you're able to like push harder because they're not as aware. So it's like a one or the other, but it still does the job. Yeah, that's the beta-alanine. Makes your face all tingly and stuff. Three. That'd be the Aura Spire and the Dawning Spire you're talking about. What I really want to know is why Karen cut a path for the Dawning Spire when the Stone Stalkers, his fiercest supporters during the downfall, had long camped the Aura Spire. He sighs, and the shadows wisp and shudder around him. Perhaps the Aura Spire had become too tainted with blood to provide the healing he required. Yeah, I think pre-workout is like a good thing for like beginners in their own right, but at the same time, it's not necessary. And if you can't work out without pre-workout, you know, you gotta reevaluate yourself and really understand like what is pre-workout actually versus what are you? Because most pre-workout is just like loaded with caffeine. It would have been funny if it gave us a chance to like stop him and ask more questions. Be like, wait, I'm not done. Alright, we received a missive. Fatebinder, damage, did. Forgive the... Yeah, I would always suggest a caffeine-free pre-workout. obviously because caffeine is a vasoconstrictor, so you're not going to be able to get as much blood to your muscles while you're working out. Even though you might be able to get more out of your lift at the same time, I think blood flow is more important to like muscle growth and endurance than just the straight up lifting as much as you can. Alright, Fatebinder damage did. Forgive the curtness of this rushed missive. The matter is too urgent for the luxury of formalities. I know that you braved the flaming ruins of the Vellum Citadel. The archive. Did you find it? Is she safe? Rogalus. I think that's Graven Ash's daughter's father-in-law. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Didn't really Fatebinder. Oh, he's a Fatebinder. You seem to possess more than a passing familiarity with the Silent Archive. I thought it would be something of a secret. Perhaps an exchange of information is in order. Tell me what you know of it, and I can provide you with its current whereabouts. Fatebinder damage did. Because it's fun to say. Oh, disfavored. What do I got their wrath? Scarlet Chorus seems to like. I annoy them, but the disfavored are really angry with me. And the Unbroken really hate me. Withering Touch, wow. Corrosive Arm, okay. The Sages Guild, nobody likes me. Knowledge Hunter, gain a bonus to lore skill, okay. Magic Seal. Seal the target's magical energy, interrupting them, preventing them from catching spells. Okay, that's nice. That is good to know. Lantry, loyalty is almost off the chart. Iron Storm. Okay. Blade Grades Grasp. Okay. I got that one. Got that one. Got that one. Moving right along, we got quite a bit accomplished. Everybody wants to talk now.
That's twice now. By Kyros's icy nethers, twice! Edicts have been broken before, but never in all my many years have I heard of one person doing it twice.
Maybe I'll slay an Archon. Still planning my day. I'm gonna get a drink real quick.
I think that's a jest. But others will see your actions and assume you're capable of just about anything, especially slaying an Archon.
So what's on your mind? Did you want to discuss matters of the present? Or would you prefer more scholarly rant? The wrong beer is in this bottle. I've been trying to figure out why my Shiner doesn't taste like regular Shiner. It's because it's still Shiner. It's just the wrong beer. This is a 1909 and not Shiner Bock. It's like, what is this? Why does it not taste like Shiner? Because it's 1909 Shiner, not regular Shiner Bock. It's not bad, but 3. That's all for now. Okay. Speak with verse. You carved out a real knack for yourself by breaking the Overlord's edicts left and right. Whatever Tunon is paying you for your services, I'd say you're due for a raise. How does it feel, not only to have you given voice to the Overlord's will, but you're breaking Kairos magic left and right? If I was gonna make it work out, it'd be a combination of L-citrulline DL malate, micronized creatine, EAAs and BCAAs, and maybe beta alanine, but it's not necessary to have beta alanine. Okay, 2. I'm only serving the interest of the mission. Sticking to your priorities is a good way to stay alive, but I wonder if you should be more reckless. I've never gotten anywhere by playing it safe. I'm here if you need me, but I don't have a mind for arcane wisdom. I do whatever I can to get our little gang through this war. If it ever looks like your strength is flagging, I'll put you out of your misery and take control. Cheer up.
What do you need?
She's got a long list. can't use. I mean, beta alanine is a proprietary blend of stuff that somebody's copyrighted. So finding it in other people's things is like, oh, I guess it's not L-carnitine. It's got another name besides beta alanine. 9, yeah. I think they're like either related or they have like a past history.
The thought has crossed my mind from time to time. During the many battles of the Conquest, we found ourselves standing back to back with enemies on all sides on more than one occasion.
The big guy here is as useless as an empty scabbard without his phalanx to keep him alive, but I move fast enough to compensate for it. And it's nice having a living wall of rusted iron I can use for cover.
Oh, digging a little bit more into their characters. The carnosine. Carnosine's main ingredient is beta alanine, and that's the main thing that. Anyways, somebody has like found out a way to synthesize all that stuff and copyright it and everything. So it's a trademark item. One, okay.
I would suggest that our fighting styles complement each other, but they do not. I would suggest that we get along, but we do not. We don't even finish each other's
Sentences. Okay, that was strange. Did you hear that? The next time I catch a whiff of Barrick's meaning, I'm keeping my mouth shut.
That's just toying with them. So if I were to make damages pre-workout, it'd be L-citrulline, DL malate, BCAAs, EAAs, and creatine put together. And if you could get it, micronized creatine. I want you two to... Yeah, that's a good idea.
Absolutely not. Our fighting styles are incompatible, and any disfavored lieutenant will tell you not to join at the hip soldiers who can't stomach each other.
I'm inclined to agree. If you want to pair up fighters, there has to be some great passion or magnetism between them. We don't have it.
I think we should go with 2. Little subterfuge is a nice little piece of sleight of hand there.
Now see here, Versa's temperament and unpredictable ways are an annoyance, but no challenge is beyond my skill. Verse, we should take some time to face off in the sparring fields. It might even improve our disposition towards one another.
I'd rather watch you devour your armor one shaved-off spoonful at a time. But since that isn't going to happen anytime soon, I suppose I'll make an effort.
Arrow Storm unlocked. Yeah, nice. Okay, back to Barrack.
It is rare enough that anyone has the opportunity to proclaim an edict, much less break one. How are you holding up, Fatebinder?
I'm not a war mage, so I think 2 is still the common theme here.
At least you are aware of your recklessness. I would be more concerned if the case was otherwise. Take care that you don't exhaust yourself and become worthless to the war effort.
Barrack looks you up and down with appraisal, keeping any conclusions to himself.
What can I do for you?
Oh, the 7 is just a repeat of everything that we just talked about. You seem like more than a capable fighter. I trained with a spear and shield in my youth, but gave it up the day I earned disfavored iron. I can still throw with some accuracy, but it's a challenge these days. He knocks twice on his helmet. Yeah, I guess when you're made of armor, it's kind of hard to train with the armor. I might be buying a new video card tomorrow. In fact, I'll probably do more than that. I think there's parts on this case that, because its age, are starting to get a little wonky and discombobulated. And I might buy a secondary power supply because this one's really old also. So, lots of things to do in the next couple of days. Thankfully, those are all like one-day builds. I just go get the stuff, and I can pretty much, if I get it early enough in the day, I can get it done by the afternoon, and it's not that big of a deal. Making a pre-workout sounds fun, though. I like this idea. A video card? Okay. So, your computer has central processing unit, the CPU, RAM, which is random access memory, video card, and video RAM. Your video card will have video RAM on it. And then you have like a hard drive, power supply, and maybe a few extra things depending on what you use your computer for. Most, well, used to a long time ago, computers would come with an onboard graphics card. So you just plugged your monitor into it on the motherboard, and that was how that's what your computer uses to produce graphics that you see on your screen. So as things have developed and more people have become connoisseurs of home builds and things like that, graphics cards have been more popular, and basically, like, your graphics card is going to determine the ability of your computer to produce like higher resolution graphics and etc., stuff like that. So some of it gets like really out of hand and crazy, but I got like a okay graphics card. It was better than the one I had, and I'm just trying to get something that's up to date with the times, not necessarily some extreme thing that is a overboard. I'm not looking for the overboard card. I'm looking for the card that's going to put my computer up to par with whatever is going to come along down the road. Whatever is going to come along down the road will be determined by software companies and their demand for power, graphics, efficiency, and DK developer kit, software, stuff like that. All the stuff that requires like software companies to write things to make games and programs, stuff like that. So, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm at least up to par right now on everything that I've got. So everything all in all, everything that you see that's that you're seeing on your screen is produced by a graphics card. Everything that I'm seeing on my screen is produced by a graphics card. So it's exactly what it sounds like. I got too busy talking. I was like, well, I'm waiting for the response for the button to push. Why were you interested in a sparring session? I was so waiting for you to like tell me a number. Got me off on a tangent. I got all distracted. Yeah. We got 1 through 4. All right, it's almost 10 o'clock. We'll wrap it up at 10. That'll give me a that'll be like 3.5 hours for me. I'm kind of disappointed. At first I was like, man, this Shiner is like tastes pretty different. Maybe I'm just like too sober for it to like taste correctly or something. I don't know. It's like, why does this taste weird? And now I've realized that it's not Shiner. It's 1909. It's like, oh well, this is a my taste buds aren't confused anymore. I agree. Oh, okay. Travel to Halfgate. Here we go. Halfgate.
On it.
Oh, we received a missive. From Tunon. Tunon! Oh. You walk the blade's edge, and every eye watches. The tears verge on anarchy. Tread with care. Tunon, the adjudicator, archon of justice. Oh, that didn't get sent. Oh, there we go. Oh, the Scarlet Chorus is here? Gross. Well, lo, and pissing behold, look who's here, the Fatebinder of Tunon. Come greet her highness. Would you have us bow and worship like dogs at your feet? She runs her finger over a ragged blade. Or do we settle this the old-fashioned way? Gonna throw down some. We're gonna get. There's phrases that like I thought would be funny, but when I thought about them, they were like, oh, those aren't what they used to mean nowadays. Just get WWE on their face. Well, shit. I think I've gone and upset the mewling canker wit. Canker wit? No, don't hurt me, Fatebinder. I'm trembling. Can you believe... Oops. Can you believe this one? Strutting about like this town isn't already ours? There's only the question of what to do about you. A slice down your face, perhaps? Or a dagger betwixt your shoulders as you walk away. I'm partial to either. I kind of like option number 2. Oh, oh my whole... right? Probably. I don't, depending on the text, it could be a 3-minute turnaround. But that's part of the fun of like doing it on here, because you never know. Somebody else might like hop in. Like Saturday was a crazy evening. I'd never had that much activity on the stream, but it was fun. The most activity I had like 16 people on all at once while I was playing Ghost Recon, and I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, holy shit! All these people showed up, and I didn't even know what to do. I was like, what the hell's a raid? Yeah, betwixt. It's yeah, two is the best one. The soldier pales and grips the hilt of her blade, but hesitates to draw. A joke's a joke, eh? We're just having a bit of fun. We're just having a bit of a row. No need to get eager and to die. Alright. We're right. No need to get all worked up over it. After a moment of uncertainty, she breaks into a full-on retreat, while shouting into the air. Quickly, Misery! The Fate Binder is coming through! Man, all the Fate Binders want to... Wait, that one's done. Okay, they just said they received a missive. Okay. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on resolving the situation of the burning library. You should see Fatebinder Rogulis vie against himself. Half of him reels at the sheer loss of tombs historical and magical, yet he cannot contain his glee at hearing that the sages have been finally and entirely broken. They do not share in his loathing of the old school. They built their own pyre on their hubris true, but my opposition to them remains purely professional. To have the old Vellum Citadel truly destroyed, my eyes burn at the secrets that met the flame. Comfort comes when I remember that that an ambitious Fatebinder would have preserved a few choice pieces of lore, perhaps as much as they could carry out. I hope you soon make an effort to join us at the court in the bastard city. I often feel that it has been too long since we last whispered of the darker corners of Tyrannus. You've experienced so many of them as of late. Perhaps I can provide illumination. Callio. Okay, my one real viewer and my other two fake viewers. It is time for me to call it a night. And as usual, how things go. Save this. And then,
Quiet down!
see if there's anybody worth... Anybody worth watching? Herman Lee. Oops. Wait, let's see. Alright, about some Herman Lee. Oh, they're on tour right now. And then there's some Destro right here. Destro could be fun.